Taurus. This is your girl Eileen, and this is the Hubble Space by Secrets Beyond the Tarot Group. Go check us out on Facebook.com. This is gonna be your weekly HubCast. So I pre-shuffled and put my intent in the cards. And I had got movement, risk, and invisible. So quite frankly, it feels like to me someone is getting ready to someone has been plotting on something or someone. So this could be take it as it resonates, and if it doesn't fit, leave that shit. So definitely just feel like there's two different dynamics that I'm getting. The first one is somebody has definitely been thinking and in preparation as to how they were going to move toward a certain situation when it comes to someone that they feel like they abandoned. Well, obviously, when you abandon someone, it causes them, it triggers that person. It causes them to repetitively reflect on that feeling of the feeling of why someone would leave them astray. Why would someone want them to hurt that way? Why would someone just rip their presence from beneath that person's feet? It would cause them to feel neglect and cause them to just really reconsider your intentions and feelings towards them to begin with. So I definitely feel like with that being understood, you are obviously, like I said, having to preparate and really think about how you want to move toward this situation, because although you know that it's mandatory and the timing is now, you feel it definitely feel like it's a slippery slope when it comes to your presentation or timing. It definitely almost feels as if though you may be releasing a certain mindset when it comes to this situation, and now you're choosing with this risk card to kind of come regardless of whatever the outcome is. So before, you kind of probably were holding yourself hostage or captive in some type of mental prison or emotional prison that caused you to be stagnant and not act. But now you're kind of just like, okay, whatever happens, happens, because obviously there's going to be some ill feelings toward you abandoning or neglecting or just treating this person less than desirable. So now that you have to come back and face them, now that the cycle has resurfaced or came back, I definitely just feel like with this situation, you're choosing to kind of just let the universe take control, and you're like, okay, well, we're opposed to your your past feelings. You probably were like, I can't live with that rejection. Now you're just like, if I get rejected, I get rejected, but at least I can say I tried. So you're kind of looking at it from a more mature and logical point of view. I definitely feel like whatever this is, I feel like what could have been keeping you from this situation, whatever could have been keeping you from making this situation right, or whatever could have took your attention or your physicality from this person, I definitely I definitely feel like whatever that is, it's imperative or crucial for you to move around, for you to kind of premeditate how you're going to also handle that situation to where it won't interfere this time or this go around. So I definitely feel like it's going to be imperative that you move almost invisible, like be very or even a transparent, being very transparent with whatever caused you to leave this situation. So either you're going to kind of have to ease your way out of this situation into this new situation, or it's just crucial that you're very transparent with both parties or one party, when it comes to your endeavors, your intentions, etc. So that's one. And then the second thing that I'm getting is someone could definitely be planning retaliation, is what I heard. So someone could definitely be someone could be in their mind this week, Taurus. Somebody could be in their mind this week. Somebody could definitely be dwelling and being nostalgic. And definitely with this full moon in Scorpio, that it's like a feisty energy, and it's kind of like talk less, do more energy. So with that being said, there may be people acting very out of character or impulsive, or a little bit more edgier, or a little bit more feistier than normal or typical. And with adopting those characteristics and that energy, one would just assume that certain people could be coming off a little bit more ignorantly, messier, agitated, short fused, and it can present some less than fortunate realizations and outcomes. So I encourage y'all to use your better judgment, and to definitely stay headstrong, mind over matter, because being overly emotional in this time specifically can get you into some trouble that you ain't necessarily prepared and ready for. With every action is a reaction, keep that in mind. So I definitely feel like there could be someone who's very nostalgic in this week, and could be thinking about old times, different people who've had a hand or played a hand in the outcome of a certain situation, or people or things that were said that weren't the truth, that could have tampered with your judgment, or the way that you conditioned or moved, or gravitated toward a certain situation. Someone who lied to you, and maybe that was contingent on you choosing them instead of someone else, or choosing one job instead of another job, or choosing one house instead of another house. And maybe the choice that you made ultimately ended in demise, or was um just not what was presented to you initially, you know what I mean? So you ended up getting the short end of the stick, because of what you had what your what the notion was in the beginning. It wasn't clear, it was not authentic, it wasn't true. So maybe that caused you to take a different option, or led you down a different path that was rockier, or wasn't as enlightful, or wasn't as enjoyable or fulfilling. So I definitely just feel like ultimately, um yeah, I feel like there's going to be action. You guys are going to, in a nutshell, be taking a lot of action this week, and I feel like there's going to be some type of risk. So be very precautious that whatever action you're taking is not only for the better good of you and your future, and beneficial to you and your future, but won't lead you in a deeper hole. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be rushing towards something, and moving towards something, hoping that hoping that you get the outcome that you want, even if you are okay with getting a less fortunate outcome. The end result could also trigger someone else, you know what I mean? Or the end outcome could have long-term effects that you didn't necessarily want to deal with. So just definitely feel like you should be dotting all your I's and crossing all your T's this week, to make sure that whatever this impulsive movement is, doesn't result in you having uncomfortable and less fortunate repercussions. So, Taurus, that has been your reading for the week, and namaste.